Hey folks, Phil Gallagher of ThrabenU here for the next episode of Monster Train. I saw enough support on week 1 of this series that I definitely want to continue it at least for a little while. So we'll play a little bit and see how it goes. I've made a handful of changes to my audio settings, so hopefully things are a little bit better. I got a new webcam right before I recorded all 5 of last week's episodes, so audio should be a little bit smooth. Okay, confession, I played a lot of this game off stream and while I was not recording in the past week. So I'm now on Covenant 17. So I'm going to take a minute to just go through what happens at each Covenant level and kind of catch you up to where I'm at. The game has not changed significantly. There's just a couple of minor changes. Alright, so I think we were somewhere on the order of like Covenant rank 6 to 10 last time around. So essentially what happens is your pyre starts out damaged. That's new from last time around. And this one is big at rank 10. Friendly units you place on the top floor are now dazed. And after that, it's just kind of the same sort of things where your deck gets a little bit bloated, and things cost a little bit more. Of that sort of thing. I'm feeling random today. Let's just, like, see what happens. Alright, so we're facing Seraph the Chaste, who is going to cleanse buffs. Alright, so looks like we are Hellhorned and Stygian. We have a very powerful, hard-hitting spell. We have the ability to descend units, and a little bonus energy if we have some unit that's going to die. Apologies, I'm also going to turn on my fan. I forgot to do that. I did an audio test to make sure that it wasn't going to be audible to you all, and then I forgot to turn it back on. Okay, I don't really know how good this silence thing is. I've not had this artifact really do anything that I found super noticeable thus far, so I'm just going to take the Winged Indulgence, which is guaranteed to do a little bit over the course of the run. Okay, and so it looks like Umbra is our primary. I've been more impressed by Monstrous than I have been by Glutton or Architect, so we're going to make a big boy and see what happens. Is it a boy? Unclear if demons even have genders in this world. No, they probably have genders. I think some of the sirens are, like, definitely female. Alright, the Spikes trial is one that I find traditionally results in me taking a decent amount of fire damage, but overall is totally fine. So, for example, if I were to just play Penumbra on the bottom floor here, and I just swipe through a whole bunch of things that have spikes, this thing is going to be dead before I do anything super meaningful. So a lot of times when you're facing spiked opponents, you just want to kill them with spells instead when possible. Also, I thought Crypt Builder was Stygian. Obviously was wrong. Or, what did I think was Hellhorned? I thought Cave-In was Hellhorned. Okay, so correction to earlier statement. We are Umbra Stygian. My bad. Okay, so this unit is not going to attack, so I only have spikes damage to worry about on you. You're getting killed. I guess I can kill you to save some spikes damage. And then the rest of this turn is slightly awkward in that, like, I can get a morsel, but I have no units to defend earlier floors. We just blasting you? Seems kind of like I'm just blasting you. I can blast you, kill you. I can kill both of you with Frozen Lance. If I'm willing to give myself Ember Drain. Ember Drain is a status effect, so at the beginning of my next turn, I lose 2 Ember, and then I lose 1 Ember the following turn until it wears off. But doing so will allow me to kill these units without taking any damage, and prepare for the boss up on the top floor. Healing unit is slightly awkward for me. So I'll get in a handful of hits with 2 Train Swords, but it's not really a great turn. Yeah, like we're dealing 15 damage this turn. I'd like some targeted damage to kill that healer, but it doesn't really look like that's happening. Alright, are we killing you 4 times 6, 6 times, 40 times 6? Yeah, we're good to go on killing you, so it doesn't really matter what I do from here. I guess I will just eat a thing. So as long as we don't take damage from that, I'm good to go. Okay, so this fight was a great example of something that took me a little later to learn than like maybe I should have. And that's that you don't necessarily need to fight on more than one floor in some battles, especially in the first fight, since so frequently your first fight is focused so heavily around your champion. Okay, so we are Umbra Stygian, and we're definitely, like, in terms of card density, we're leaning towards the Umbra stuff being good. Like, right now we have, like, the Shade Splitters, which have synergy with Perils of Production. So we need to like keep that in mind for picks. These are going to be powerful but hard to cast in a lot of scenarios. We don't have something to kill back units, which kind of makes me want to take this. And I've been faced with a terrible choice on floor 1. And that's, do I take the Offering Token, which has amazing synergy with the 2 copies of Crypt Builder that I have, or do I take the Titan's Tooth, which is like a sweeper and source of Frostbite? And that's a hard one. I've basically never been unhappy having taken a Titan's Tooth, so I'm going to do that, but like that's definitely a feel-bad thing. I did not get a unit there, so I'm incentivized to go this way and take the Umbra unit and upgrade it. And then we're likely to go left here, get a Stygian unit and an artifact. Thought I saved it. Ah. 1 second. I'm trying to remember which sigil this one is, and I don't remember. There's a really good post. I linked it in my article. I can just click on my article and find it that way. Not that article. Alright, level 1 strategies, Monster Train. Okay. So this is the post that I was talking about, that like based on which sigil is there, you can tell which version of a boss you're going to be facing. So looks like a regular old person. Oh, maybe I can't tell yet. Maybe I don't get to tell until that floor. Alright. So we're really looking to upgrade the unit that we get. Morsel Master is insanely good, but we have nothing for it to hide behind at this time. Like, Morsel Master is like definitely one of those build-around cards, because it lets you like really power up some of your units. Like, if you have these two in conjunction, the Morsel Master just like turns these sorts of units into very powerful things. I have not been super impressed by Crucible Collector. The Gorge for Lifesteal is way less impressive than Gorge for Damage Shield, so I'm going to take Morsel Master here. And we might need to upgrade it in the short term so that it can survive. So this is something I've never done before, but I think we're actually going to be large stoning a Morsel Master. And we have a damage shield. Damage shield is really interesting on it. Like 2 damage shield is probably more important than 10 health. Like I need to get this thing set up and then it's crazy. Alright, we're gonna try Morsel Master like so. Never tried that. Like usually I've like almost never upgraded Morsel Master and it just like sits behind another unit. Which it can still do. And now the question is, what am I removing? Like, what is the worst card in the deck? So, Train Stewards, Shade Splitters, and Frozen Lances are all like, right now. This is going to eat up 4 spots on a floor, effectively. So, like, Morsel Master is basically going to be on a floor on its own. I think it's probably correct to just remove a Shade Splitter here as my first remove. But that's a little weird. I usually remove Train Stewards first. Alright, enemy units appear on each floor. These things are going to have Rage. How do I feel about that? I have 1 AoE card that would take my entire turn. I think I'm okay with this, but the Pyre is going to do a lot. The Pyre is going to take a lot of damage and kill a lot of units this turn. Or, sorry, this battle. And it's really awkward because I need to kill this thing, or the haste becomes a problem. And it's also a little harder than normal for me to set up the Morsel Maker. So, one of these things is going on the top floor and the other is going on the bottom floor. Which way do I want to do it? Oddly enough, Penumbra has less health than the Morsel Master. This is going to be 12. And 18 total damage. That's mostly going to kill Penumbra if I put Penumbra up there. But it would kill all of those units. Alright. How heavily can I lean on this Morsel Master to just, like, wreck stuff? Versus how much do I need Penumbra to swipe things? Because, like, Morsel Master is only going to kill 1 unit at a time. Alright, so killing all of these units is definitely fine and dandy. Oh no, this isn't Morsel Maker, this is Morsel Master. I've been tricked. Hate Morsel Master. I have been very frustrated by how similar their names are, and I'm not familiar enough yet with the art to, like, ignore me praising this thing for the past minute or so. That's extremely embarrassing. Alright, well, we're gonna set you up on the top floor and try to get you very fed. And then you have 2 damage shields. Just take one of these out. I'm glad that I made this mistake now instead of later in the run where it's like 100% more relevant. Alright, so just to show you how this works, this is a unit that's going to die, right? So we can apply Ember Drain to it to just gain 2 energy, and because this unit's not going to be around at the start of our next turn, we get to, like, essentially just play that card as a +2 energy card. Notably, the +2 energy isn't super relevant here. Penumbra taking too much damage down here. The Fire similarly is taking a beating. We're going to rely on Morsel Master to really finish off the boss. It's unfortunate that we drew like 2 heavy hitting cards this turn, when we can't really do much with them. Next turn I'm going to hope to draw something that I can put in front of Penumbra. Okay, we have some bonus energy, which is actually very good. So we Frozen Lance this. We get 60 on the boss, push it back. Then we get to kill this unit so it doesn't jump directly to floor 3. And I can do 1 more damage to the boss by playing Frozen Lance here. Or I can put a Train Steward on top. I don't want to put a Train Steward on top. I just want to draw some morsels. No. So I guess we will take that 1 point of damage. Alright, this floor, not super impressive. We could descend Morsel Master behind these and take the fight to floor 2. That's fine. We win either way. I think we win either way. But since I'm not really caring about score, let's just make a copy of those. I can eat a couple more morsels and just, like, guarantee that I have the win. Okay. Oh, I already have my red X. I can stop. So another piece of advice that I have for people after, like, playing the game a bit more is, like, once you get the red X on the boss, just, like, stop clicking on things. Don't give yourself the opportunity to mess something up. Lifesteal is interesting, but I probably don't need it. I really don't feel good about the overall quality of my deck, so I want powerful things. The Mind Collapse is not unreasonable because we're light on, like, direct damage interaction. We have Umbra Assault, which isn't, like, fantastic on its own. So, like, I'm gonna begrudgingly take this, even though I don't think it's great. These are more like the cards I was hoping to see. Just, like, very powerful spells on their own. The third Crypt Builder is maybe excessive. I have 3 cards with Offering already. To have diversity, I'm gonna pick up Ice Tornado here. Energy Siphon is also not unreasonable with Crypt Builder. All of a sudden, Crypt Builder deals 120 to a critical enemy. You know, I also don't have a gold border for this yet. Not a good justification for taking a card, but acceptable as a tiebreaker. So I would love to make Crypt Builder or Titan's Tooth more castable. So I think I'm going to be going right. And I lean towards upgrading prior to doing Concealed Caverns, because sometimes you get duplication events in Concealed Caverns. Double stack. Double stack. A tough choice. We're going to pick Titan's Tooth. And I think we're going to immediately make that 1 cheaper now. And Magic Power to Umbra Assault is pretty valuable so that we can actually get good morsels. And I think I'm good with a Purge. There's considerable amount of fat in my deck. Frozen Lance and Train Steward are probably worse than everything else. I didn't pick up another unit yet, so, like, Train Steward's not totally unreasonable, but I think that's close. Alright, random event. What do you have for me today? Dante! Alright, so Dante gives you some curses in the short term, and in exchange you get an extremely powerful unit in the long term. He's the sort of unit that is, like, very good when hiding behind a tank. We can use our Morsel Maker as a tank, but we would really like to pick up another large unit. Plating Seal. Okay. So, yeah, this was what I was expecting to see on the map earlier when I pulled up that Reddit thread. But it appeared as a person. So, have they changed that? That allows you to see it? We just got a patch, like, I think literally yesterday, as of the time of this recording. They may have changed that you can preview it ahead of time. I'll have to watch out for that in the future. Okay. Awkward floor 1 here. So, Normally we would love to just like flop down one of our units on floor 1 and like really just keep all the masses at bay, but since there's a bomb here on turn 1, that really doesn't make a lot of sense. I think we're going to go with Penumbra on floor 2 and try to make our stand for this fight at Morsel Master. I also think we're going to apply Spell Weakness to the boss in the hopes of really hitting the boss hard with a spell come end game. Okay. So these are Dante's Candles. I have 3 of them currently. They're unpurgeable, and if I don't play them, my Pyre takes 3 damage at end of turn. We could get into some weird cave-in scenarios this battle. So, 100% sure I play this. Lifesteal is glorious, and actually probably goes on you to keep you alive rather than duplicating it, which is a little unfortunate, but like the trample damage clearing out the masses here is pretty big. You get 1 more attack if I cast a spell here. You are not dead. You can get a small attack in, or I can just Frozen Lance. I'm going to take this small attack here, and let's just not take the fire damage. Alright, so now I can kill something with this and then pick up some morsels to duplicate up here. This deals 13 damage. Everyone here is dead, but I can't kill one of you. Let's do this on the archer then. Ooh, a lifesteal 1. Okay, alright, looking good. Now, do I put another stack of lifesteal on you? I think I do. I guess it's important to keep a large tanky unit alive. We can do some interesting things here. And like, we get free energy from this. And now I can Mind Collapse something for a relatively large number. I don't think we point the Mind Collapse at the boss or anything, because like we're hoping to play a few stacks of Spell Weakness and then hit it with one of these. Although we might just be Titan's Toothing the bottom floor this turn, to be honest. Alright, so sequencing this turn goes this, duplicate the unit, use this to get 2 free energy, go up to 4 energy, and putting some Frostbite on the boss is very strong. Crypt Builder could kill this, but this does a decent amount of damage to all of these enemies, while also, like, the boss takes a lot of damage from this, 20 plus 19 plus 18 and so forth, as long as we can live long enough to do it. And these, at this point, are expendable. Okay, 5 energy this turn. Everything here is dying. Crypt Builder on this floor is pretty tempting this turn, just to kill this unit outright, so I can Crypt Builder, Frozen Lance, and clear out this floor. Taking 10 here. Yeah, let's see what happens with this. Duplicate energy for next turn is solid. Alright. This is the best Morsel Master I've ever had. Morsel Master plus Large Stone. Was a happy accident. Now, the question is, do I want 2 more morsels up here, or do I want to kill this unit? And I think 2 more morsels is more valuable. Okay, we maybe don't need that much energy. Ah, Dante's Candles. Just in time. Alright, junk that, junk that. Okay. So again, same sort of math as before, where this unit is dying, so we can just use this to get bonus energy. This is now 18 damage, which I think we'll just point here. Then we can trample over it next turn. Cave in this turn is somewhat interesting. Shade Splitter as blocker is also interesting. I guess I have to make the decision right now. This Shade Splitter means that Penumbra would get one more hit in. And that's worth 44 damage plus Frostbite damage. So if I bring this down, it's worth 90 extra damage, plus all of the other damage that I can do through its own life. So it would get 4 hits, so it's 120, 200 and something, plus Frostbite damage. I think that maths out okay, and if I'm wrong, I probably get bailed out by Crit Builder. Don't be embarrassed if you have to, like, get out a calculator or your phone and do some math during this game. Like, it definitely occurs that things get crazy complicated. Alright, I don't want another expensive spell. I'm already having trouble casting things. Trample is somewhat unnecessary since my primary unit already has Trample, and Siren's Song is cool, but situational, and our deck is very thick right now, so I don't think I want any of that. Morsel Maker! Welcome to the party. You were the one I wanted earlier. Okay, I think I need to go with energy the first time around since I have multiple free cost cards, and taking energy means that I can also, like, do something else other than a 3-drop spell. Alright, duplication on Morsel Maker or Morsel Master are both interesting. It would mean that I can value units significantly less for the rest of the run. I can also duplicate a Titan's Tooth. I don't have a lot of money to upgrade units, so going this way is essentially wasted thing, and 2 card removes, which is good, so I'm not going to go that way. I think we accept Monstrous 2. We can't take Monstrous 3 unless some other things change. Alright, Crucible Warden plus Morsel Maker, Morsel Master is pretty gross. We're going to go ahead and take that, although we'll hope to upgrade it at some point. And now the question is, what am I duplicating? Morsel Master will be good at holding floors in the short term. Morsel Maker is a good support creature to hide behind something else. So Crucible Warden probably goes with Morsel Maker, and then Morsel Master gets its own floor, so I have 3 floors worth of stuff right now. I don't want more creatures accordingly. Morsel Maker... There's some weird times where I put both of these together and things get a little weird and very interesting. I think that I'm just going to go with duplicating my already upgraded Titan's Tooth, because that's really going to help me sweep and kill bosses. I am always scared of this one. Okay, actually this only has 10 life, it has 50 armor, and this only has 35 life. Maybe we can make that work. The fire's at full health, let's try it. I hit pretty hard. So like 80 kills both of you. Alright, awesome. So we'll take this. We'll set up the Morsel Master up on the top floor to purge that, and I still get to play the Titan's Tooth, I guess, because I have nothing else to do. Alright, so this is kind of the dream, right? So we get Crucible Warden plus the Morsel Maker. So that is going to fill up this floor from here on out. And I can play a Train Steward back here because you can overfill the floor with Morsel Maker. And I'm totally good with that. Like, otherwise the space is dead in future turns. Yep. Our big fat unit is doing serious work here. So here's what I mean by overfill, in case you're not familiar with it. This is the 5, the normal capacity that we have on the floor. When you have units that summon, or when you use something like an Ascend to move units between floors, you can overfill. So we're not killing everything on this floor. We would like to change that. So we can Energy Siphon you for spell weakness, deal 120 to you, blast you away, then everyone's dead. We haven't done a good job of feeding floor 3 yet, but that's okay. We would like to deal 15 more damage here if we can. Which I can exactly, 6, 12, 15, and then yeah, okay. Can't do it directly to this creature though. So I can choose between killing you or getting a morsel on the top floor. I think killing you is more important given our challenge here. Alright, just confirm I'm missing 15. This is 6, 12, 15, and no one here has anything that gives them bonus armor. 34, huh? 34. Are we going to descend you? You haven't been eating. You're not particularly great. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units here, so I can descend you plus 1 morsel, and then my morsel cards are dead for the rest of the fight. I think I'm okay with that, actually. A little weird. So, in case you're not sure, there is a 7-unit capacity on a floor. Not due to the pips, but just due to another limit, just due to, like, the visuals of the creatures. We have 5 here already. Who gets descended in case of cave-in and more creatures? Are we leaving the back one, or are we leaving the front one? We leave one of the back ones. Okay, good to know. Hate you just cuz. Alright, so we will probably do the usual of... Oh, actually, this is kind of interesting. So, Crypt Builder can swap this shield unit to the back, and then I don't really need to kill it. But Titan's Tooth stacking up status effects is gross. You can also get some bonus energy here and actually just do both. Why think about it? We nearly got you dead. We won't even need this disgusting floor 2 with... How many shields do you have? 9 damage shields. Good stuff. Get you. Alright, good fight. And we get a great artifact. Jack Strips kills a lot of support units when they climb floors, meaning that you don't have to kill them. Ooh, we got a broken card. Void Binding. This has become one of my favorite cards. Because at the tail end of a fight, when you don't really need to play things anymore, or when the boss has come and you don't experience the negative side of the Ember Drain, this is just, like, add, like, 50-ish damage from, like, the Rage alone, plus damage shield. For free. This card is absurd. Especially if you can get, like, holdover on it or something. Ooh. Glacial Seal is interesting, but I think we're going to have space concerns in the short term, so I don't think I want it. Harness the Titan is super cool, in that we do have a relatively large amount of damage spells in our deck that suck, and we're going to be looking to get rid of a decent amount of Train Stewards and probably 2 Shade Splitters and then a lot of Frozen Lances. So this powering up our big spells and building till later is a way to do scaling, but I think we're already okay with scaling. So I will pass. I also thought we were going to take some damage. Oh, Dante, you're here. I hope I didn't forget about you in terms of space. Alright, Dante is awesome. So you get multi-strike for each Blight card that you have in your deck, so he is an incredibly powerful unit. And you also get +2 magic power for every blight card in your deck when you get him. So all of a sudden, our Frozen Lances are looking significantly better than our Shade Splitters and our Train Stewards. We will also be looking to upgrade Dante ASAP to turn him into an absolute beast of a unit. So looking at his starting stats here, let's look at how many Blight cards we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Blight cards. So he is going to get 5 stacks of Multi-Strike. So we get to power him up and hide him probably behind Crucible Warden or Morsel Master and have him do gross things. So accordingly, we are absolutely going to the thing that lets us upgrade Dante. Train Stewards, you are gone. Get out of my life. And let's upgrade Dante. Alright, +10 attack to Dante. Yes, very good with Multi-Strike. Damage Shield 2. Starting out Crucible Warden with a little bonus tankiness is great. And then we'll go ahead and re-roll the shop. Ooh, okay, so additional tankiness here is fantastic. And then the question of, do we want Dante to have 1 more Multi-Strike stack, or do we want him to have 10 more power? So if we add 1 more Multi-Strike attack, we are adding 13 damage. But if we add 10 more power, we're really adding 50 damage. No, those numbers are not entirely accurate because we could buff him by other means, but it's probably better to do this rather than the Multi-Strike, which is awkward because usually Multi-Strike scales up a unit so much. And now, we're probably good. The question is, do we purge another time? Let's look at floor 6. Floor 6, I can, like, copy Dante for some other unit. I'm probably not going this way. Like, just another copy of Dante is disgusting at this point. Like, he's doing 100 damage a turn on his own with no support. So, if I'm going to go that way, I'm missing out on 2 or 3 removes by going this way. And then I probably go removes here. So I'm going to go ahead and purge another card. We're going to get that Train Steward out of here and just, like, make sure we're not pressed for room. Non-boss enemy units get +6. Here are the harvest ones, not the stealth ones. Overcharged Tank is a unit that I have had a lot of trouble with when playing Umbras. So, when you eat your morsels, that counts as a unit dying. So when you eat morsels on a floor that he's on, he gets significantly tankier. So if you eat 2 or 3 morsels on that floor, that's, 20, 30 more armor. So I don't actually think I'm keen on doing this challenge, because, like, there's a very good chance that some of these get up to the top floor, especially if I get Morsel Maker early. So I am going to pass on this challenge, despite the fact that we are at 106 pyre health. This is one of those, like, grown-up adult decisions where I go, like, I probably win the fight if I do it the other way, but, like, no chances. Alright, so these have stealth 1, so we want to put something to kill them on floor 2. We're going to put Dante on 3 in the hopes that he'll kill anything that makes it through. We need a tank for him before things get up there. We're too early that we can't really accept Void Binding on him to, like, protect him from harm. So we'll just hit something, okay? We'll just hit something. Oh, Jack Strips. Jack Strips doing work. I forgot about them. Okay, we get a lot of our units here. We're not playing Crypt Builder this turn. The question is, in what order am I playing the rest of these things? Oh, shoot. I was looking at space numbers. I can't play Morsel. I can't play all 3 of these. Is that okay? That's probably okay. So I can do Crucible Warden up top for damage shields, plus Morsel Maker up there to give it damage shields, and then we can play Morsel Master next time through the deck. But I should have taken Pyre damage and played Morsel Master on the bottom floor. We have also set up things very well in terms of overcharged tank, because we're going to kill it with Dante before... Oh, right, dazed means we didn't get morsels that turn. Okay. Sorry, finishing the thought. Dante is going to kill this thing before my morsels are made, or my morsels are eaten, so that's a big boon. Alright. So we're looking at potentially making some morsels with this, but I don't know that we want to, because we can't really feed them anywhere. They just, like, go here and die. We could cave in. This is a pretty good cave-in opportunity, but that means you are eating the food instead of this, so I don't think we do it. I think this looks like this. Just sweep that bottom floor. Actually, that was probably wrong, right? I had jack strips and those had 2 health. Alright, that was a dumb. Let's just go ahead and do this, and I could parallel production, but it doesn't seem profitable to do so. Yeah, alright, Dante doing work up there. Alright, so this happens. Jack strips doing work there. Yeah, I don't even need to play anything this turn. Flash, I can't really profitably play anything. Yeah, this is kind of another turn where, like, I guess I can get a bunch of energy and hit you for a bunch. I can give you spell weakness and then, like, almost kill you and get the kill with Umbra. Alright, well, weird fight in that I didn't set up floor 1 at all, but I don't think that matters much. Hey, let's give him some rage, huh? And again, these cards are free. If this creature isn't making it around to the beginning of my turn, the Ember Drain has no downside. And now Dante is just hiding behind a billion each damage shield. What are we hiding behind? 9 damage shields? Yeah, we're good. Alright, I don't know that I played that fight optimally because I made that mistake with Dante's Candle and the amount of energy that I had, but, like, we were good. I don't think I want any of this. I have not found Emberforge to be a good card. I have not made that card pop yet. We're space tight right now. I don't really think I can take units. Rain to try to set up a free Crypt Builder or Titan's Tooth is interesting. I still feel I'm a little energy tight, and I need to take space on my next floor if I want to upgrade Penumbra with Monstrous again. But I think I'm just going to take something that's free here. Taking this will mean sometimes that I can set up it plus Jack Strips to kill something that is a little bit tankier. Alright, I think this is pretty easy. Duplicate Dante. One Dante gets to hide behind Crucible Warden, the other Dante gets to hide behind Morsel Master. This means that Morsel Master turns into more of a tank rather than something that I was going to summon a billion morsels behind, which was the original plan after I realized my mistake. I think second Dante is just too good to pass up. It's unfortunate that going this way means we gain 4 health with that event. This also means that on some worlds where Dante just dies early for some reason, something like spikes, it's not the end of the world. Alright, Spell Shield 5 is not that big of a deal given how powerful many of our creatures are. The fact that these ones got empowered by armor. Alright. Yeah. The fact that those got empowered by armor means that our Jack Strips doesn't get the free kills on those. So that's not the best. I think we're going to look to set up Crucible Warden on the top floor. I think we're looking at Penumbra on middle floor to sweep things that get through. And the spell weakness can go to you, and we'll start working on spell shield on this front one, I guess. Our frozen lances are like exceptionally bad right now. Alright, so these got empowered with armor again. Alright. So now we have to play out a bunch of units. I have 4 energy. So Morsel, Maker, and Dante get to go on this floor. We'll go Morsel, Maker here, with Dante behind. And then Morsel, Master gets to go here. And we get to play the other Dante in the next run-through of the deck. Okay, so Jack Strips gets these 2 back creatures. Although we might end up frostbiting them anyway. This was a very bad hand, obviously. I can get 6 frostbite on the boss, or I can save a little bit of damage on the floor. Perils of Production is not doing anything in this turn cycle. Frozen Lance can hit this, which is relevant, but it only does like 6 effective damage. My choices are do 0 with it, do 0 with it, do 6 with it. Like, that's the best choice. I can give you 10 armor to save 2 life and eliminate a spell shield from this in case that becomes relevant. I guess, like, because this thing is tanking for Dante and we do care about that. Oh no. Armor. So I could... 23? If I can kill you and get morsels that I could feed here. That's fine. Alright, so... purge this. Kill you. Get some morsels. Lifesteal is like A+, excellent. That's 4 stacks of lifesteal. And now, do I want 20 frostbite on you, or do I want that on the boss? That amount going on the boss is pretty... If I don't do it here, well, you're likely to die at some point. I'm hoping to maybe cave in you down, but not in this run through of the deck. Alright, yeah, let's stick that on the boss at this point. I think individual waves of enemies are not a problem. Dante can clean up anything that makes it to the top. Alright, so this is going. We end up net positive here, which is cool. Damage shield. Excellent. I can do a little bit of chip damage here. I think the chip damage is more valuable here, maybe. Alright, so nobody dying or anything. Okay. So, duplicate you, get free energy, use that to purge a candle, and then something is getting whacked. The question is, which thing? This doesn't generate lethal on you, it doesn't generate lethal on you, but it's close. I don't want to hit you to the back because then Jack Strips doesn't get to kill you, so I want to hit you. Check the top floor here, make sure. Alright, yeah, we're still getting kills on everyone. You're still net positive on damage shields. Alright, we've finally redrawn the Dante, which is fantastic. Life steal is great. Peril of Productions for some bonus energy, and I don't think we're at the point where we just play Void Binding yet. We have multiple Crit Breakers and Titan's Tooth coming in the discard spell, or the draw pile. So I don't know that I'm really supposed to play that for 2 damage shields yet. And then we drew a garbage hand. It doesn't matter too much because like we've nearly killed the boss on the first floor because Dante is a total badass. Lifesteal 1 actually might just mean that the boss is dead, yeah. So our middle floor took an exceptional amount of damage that time around, but as you can see, Dante putting in serious work, going to the office, clocking in, and hitting things with so many cannons. Hoarfrost Effigy is a very good boss killer, but it is borderline worthless for killing individual units. I feel like between both of our Dantes, we're already very good at killing Seraph. We need to just not die to regular units. Our deck is very big right now, and Siren Song is quite situational, and we're not taking card draw here, we're taking space, I think. So I think I'm skipping this. If I take space, I get to upgrade this to the next level of Monstrous. So even though I do think we kind of need, well, not need, we would kind of like a little bit more energy for some of our draws. I think this is just better. Pretty sure we're going right. The removes on our Shade Splitters, which are pretty stinky right now, I think is important. And I would also like to remove some Frozen Lances. Yeah, so let's go ahead and go right. Yes. And, like, this can go past the capacity of what you are able to play, so, like, do be careful with that. We'll be taking it. 170 damage is nothing to sneeze at. Most of our units are upgraded already outside of Morsel Maker, so I don't see us doing a lot with this store. Let's go ahead and go to the Concealed Caverns. We already have things that we would duplicate if we're offered a duplication event, so, like, that's nothing to worry about. The Penance Yard. Playing a Blight card deals 100 damage to the front enemy unit. Do we have any Blight cards that we could possibly play? Well, I don't know, do we? This seems absolutely absurd. We now have multiple 100 damage front enemy unit cards that don't purge themselves. All of these cards, this event is stupid with Dante. I'm gonna take Ember Stasis because, like, why wouldn't I? But that's gross. Like, I actually feel dirty. I already felt like this run was overpowered, and now it's just disgusting. So note that the Calcified Embers that we have Purge, so we get to play those once. So these will probably sit in our deck for most of the run, despite the fact that they're dead cards. We can play them at a critical juncture. Alright, what is getting removed? I would definitely like to remove a Shade Splitter. We added some additional room, so it's not like those cards are terrible. But, like, the Frozen Lances dealing 22 instead of, like, their base 6 is, like, a very, very significant upgrade. I still don't really want to draw them. But, like, Shade Splitters still have real worth with Perils of Production and our other cards. I think I'm just going to get rid of a Frozen Lance. And I don't think I'm going to spend money this floor. I could purge some cards, and maybe I should purge some cards. But I feel like I'm making it through the next fight just fine. The real question is whether or not I can do the trial. Units enter with armor 20. Yeah, I think I can do this. I'm probably being too cautious and not just like slam clicking on that given like how stupid the deck is. This is an awkward opener. So like obviously Penumbra is going cheaper. But since I drew Morsel Maker early, it's going to eat up a lot of space, right? The goal is to play Morsel Maker in the back of a floor, and then Morsel Maker generates things that let you overfill a floor. And I might not get to overfill here. So if I play Morsel Maker and Dante on the same floor, for example, things get a little weird. So, space. Crucible Warden, which needs to go in front of one of these, is 2. So I have 6. So Morsel Maker plus the 2 things that it summons takes up 3. I can gamble a little bit and play Morsel Maker and Dante on the top floor. Morsel Maker will not trigger this turn if I play it on the top floor. And then I can try to find the Gorger or Morsel Master, I guess, if we have to, and play one of those next turn. The thing is that if I miss, my top floor is significantly worse, but I really like that line. You're going to play the Morsel Maker in front of Dante in case things go wrong. Alright, see how it goes. Ooh, we have missed. Okay. I safely play a Dante here. So there's 11 damage coming in, which would kill him. But... yeah, maybe there's no buts there. Maybe I just have to wait for the next iteration. I could play Dante behind another Dante, but, like, that's setting myself up for a floor guarded by Morsel Master, where I have essentially 2 tanks on the same floor. I don't like that. I'd rather play Dante the next time through the deck. Alright, I'm not super pleased about that. Oh, hold up. Alright, so I have this 100 damage thing. What can I do with that? I guess that goes here. Hold on. Oh no, that wasn't a Dante's Candle. That was a self-mutilation. Okay. Alright. Dreamer did a dumb. Alright, moving on. Now what? I can get 2 energy back. That's not super profitable. I think I'm just going to instead knock this shielded unit to the back and deal a lot of damage to the thing that can actually attack me. These multiple self-mutilations that I'm drawing are super awkward for me. Yeah. Okay, okay. Let's let the Pyre take some damage. Damn it. Yeah, okay. We can do something like this, where we Crucible Warden, cave in everything, and now this is set up to start eating the morsels. Alright, very happy with that. That was not an out that I foresaw. Now we can set up Morsel Master and the other Dante on the top floor instead. So everything on this floor is dead. This floor is going okay. I can get bonus energy by doing a morsel, and then it lets me do everything. I can hit... Oh! That was a mouse wheel. Error. Like, very, very clearly did not intend to do that. That's okay. So I think this turn looks like backup damage on this floor to make my life a little bit easier on the floors above. Everything here is dead. Then I can avoid taking fire damage and stack you up. We're not getting to the top floor in this fight at this point, I don't think. There's worlds where it happens, but I find it unlikely. Okay, so now this is a Dante's Candle. It does work the way that I want it to. Alright, good fight. And so the real question is now, do I just purge this and waste a 3-cost 100 damage spell? I believe that the answer is yes. Because I'll always still have access to the Dante's Candles. But it's definitely weird. Alright, not doing much on this floor. So there's 100 damage. You can have Rage and Ember Drain for a touch more damage, and then we just do some chip damage here. The real fight here is on floor 2. Yes, and you are dead. Okay, just quick check-in. Spell weakness plus Dante's Candle damage? No, still 100. Have some Frostbite and a Frozen Lance just to make things go a little faster. We didn't get back around to the second Dante. We made some mistakes that fight, but we made some other very good decisions that bailed us out. Alright, Furnace Tap is another card that I am a super big fan of. So when you have a powerful unit like Penumbra, giving it Furnace Tap, especially on like the turn where it's like right before a big boss fight or something, is absolutely disgusting. The question is, can I take Furnace Tap here when I have Dante's Candles that are going to deal me damage if I don't get them out of my hand? I think I could get away with taking it, but I don't know that I need it given how powerful everything I have is. Yeah, we're skipping things at this point. Okay, I don't think we need yet another Dante. This is also one of the largest sums of money I've had at any one given time in this game. What would I duplicate if I duplicate something? Probably Titan's Tooth or Void Binding, or boss reasons. Removal's pretty good. I see myself going left here. Like, 2 of these piles are close to dead. Let's check this first. I think I'm planning too carefully around my units being in a certain order to want Sketches of Salvation. But that artifact is really cool if you get it early on, because you can take like large uncastable units and cheat them into play. It's like the show and tell of Monster Train. I think I'm just gonna re-roll this shop though. Like, Iron Drop Cage technically does something, and Tethys' Scales... maybe Tethys' Scales does enough, then, like, I have 1,000 gold. Alright, yeah, let's take the Spell Weakness, re-roll the shop, and see what happens. Like, there's things here I can't buy, but I might be better off spending gold on removal. I would like to remove... And the artifact that I just picked up definitely makes my Frozen Lances significantly better, because they, like, if the front unit has Spell Weakness, then that's 40 to it for free. I'm going to remove a Shade Splitter. That's step 1. It's possible I can just, like, skip out on Perils of Production at this point. And that I don't need the bonus energy, and I just, like, want to look at more cards that actually have text on them. Similarly, Mind Collapse is like not amazing at this point. I never got around to upgrading that. Yeah, let's remove Mind Collapse over Frozen Lance. So I would like Morsel... Which one isn't upgraded? Morsel Maker? I would like Morsel Maker to get some attack power. Reroll another shot. Alright. That is some modest amount of attack power. And now, like, is the Armor 1 more relevant than Quick? Quick is not going to be super relevant with an attack stat of, like, 10. Then again, Armor 1 is not necessarily the greatest thing either. Let's just take the tiny amount of Quick. And I have nothing else to put upgrades on, so I can now reevaluate this shop. Second unit in a turn for 3 energy, like, technically does things. Teeth of Gold technically does things. I think Morsel Miner is actively bad for me. I can just duplicate... Oddly enough, it might be correct to duplicate a Dante's Candle, because it's just like a 1 mana, 100 damage spell. That also gives Dante more... Yeah, let's duplicate a Blight. Thinking with portals here. Thinking with portals. Alright, I feel not invincible, but I feel very good about this fight. Unless Seraph can remove multi-strike stacks, in which case things get a little weird. Do I get energy to play all of my stuff? Jack Strips kills all of you after 2 floors. Umbra probably goes on this bottom floor to just deal as much damage as I can. But it's possible that I'm putting it on the middle floor in this fight. To just give me more time to kill stuff with spells. Hit ya. Hit ya. So... let's just keep this floor clean. We take 22 damage, but like then we kill 2 units. And then the question is, where am I playing this? I can do the same gambit as last time, where I put it on the top floor, hoping that I draw something to put in front of it next turn, and I can cave in if that doesn't work out. The issue is that I take 11 to it, and my quick doesn't happen. So it may be safer to play it on the second floor. In which case, I can still play Crucible Warden in front of it, or technically, I guess, a Dante behind it. But if I play a Dante behind it, then everything gets super weird. I think I'd rather take some fire damage than, like, get this thing hurt. Let's try it here and see how that goes. Alright. So, Crucible Warden goes here. Now we're going to have to get the Dantes behind this stuff. That's going to mean playing them up on the top floor. I can play all of these units on the top floor. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All of this stuff can end up on floor 2 if we would like. And I can save myself... No, I don't save myself damage. I technically save myself a damage shield here. It's a bit overkill. But I don't get to kill this... Oh no, spell weakness. 76 times 2. Yeah, I save myself 3 damage here, or a damage shield here. What's more valuable? Probably the damage shield here. That's weird. definitely starting to take more damage on this unit than I would like early on, although we are doing, like, serious work. I can Perils of Production to get more energy, and then pull up here. I guess we're doing everything, so, like, let's just get our damage shield. And then it's a question of order, so it's largely irrelevant. I guess I would rather have one unit very heavily damaged than two slightly damaged units. Void Divine Bloom. Ember Drain 3, so that would leave me with 1 energy. I draw Perils of Production, it kind of offsets that, but I have no Perils of Production. I have 1 free card, 1 Dante's Candle, and I really want to draw the Cave in, I think, to cave in this floor. Because, like, this is my last damage shield here, and this thing is not going to last long in the face of Sarah. I think I need to play my Cave in, and that's more important than the bottom floor. But I can at least save some health on this. I can go like Dante's Candle plus Frozen Lance to kill that, then this unit only takes 9. I can get 1 more set of food here, and then get some spell weakness on the boss. Little turkey leg, Winged Indulgence, doing some serious work. Okay, here's the Cave in. I have a lot of energy this turn. So everybody is getting Cave in. That's just happening. And now, I guess we're doing work on the bottom floor via these. So like, there's 100 damage, there's 100 damage. And this can kill you, or I can just stick a little bit of this on the boss and save a damage shield. I think that is more valuable. Oh no, it's not damage and frostbite, it's just frostbite. Okay, well, still putting that on the boss is totally fine. Yeah, this is just gross. So I have no room for morsels, and yeah, I can't even like cave in morsels at this point. Yeah, so like this goes on the boss. This can kill you because I don't want to get morsels. And then I just like throw 2 damage spells here. Or alternatively, I just save a damage shield and then let some things die on the bottom floor. Yeah. Like these can just hang out here so I don't redraw them. Oh, second unit. Bonus energy. Okay, I need to actively keep that in mind because, like, turns where I get more kills and I don't get energy, that was not on my, like, active mental radar of things that would occur. We're getting close to the point where we can just, like, think about casting Void Binding here. I only have 2 damage shields saved up. So let's save a damage shield, I think. Alright, well, first of all, Perils of Production. 100% happening. Next, where is Titan's Tooth going? Titan's Tooth happens here. And I guess if I deal No, you don't deal any damage. I don't care about killing you. You do damage. I care about killing you. Alright, Ember Drain 3 for 2 damage shields. Is it worth it? I still have 1 for Dante's Candle. It makes casting the Titan's Tooth harder. I think this is worth it at this stage. Like, the Dantes represent 46 times 9 damage, whatever that is. So that's some absurd number. 76 times 2 kills you. Oh no, it does not kill you. I can't math. But that sets me up to kill that. And everything's fine. I think we could still very easily kill the boss here, yeah. So, just because I can. because, like, maybe this blue screen of candles is on screen for a little bit less longer. That is a lot of attacks. Alright, just, like, quick math check. How much damage were those things doing in each turn cycle? It was 23 times 9 is 1 Dante, times 2, about 414 damage per cycle just with the Dantes. Alright, I very clearly made some mistakes during this run. I missed a few things. And I mixed up the names of Morsel Maker and Morsel Master early on, which could have been a run-ending error in a lot of other scenarios. Let me pull up the deck again real quick. I have a couple more things that I'd like to say about it. Okay, there it is. Cave In definitely bailed me out of a spot where I thought I was in serious trouble, and I'm like very, very happy that I had that card in my deck. I've really found that effects like Cave In and Ascend are very powerful in the right circumstances. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll be back tomorrow for some more Monster Train. I'm glad to hear that last week a lot of people bought the game because of me. I've been really enjoying it. Have a great rest of the day, folks.